Hello, there we go. For some reason it wasn't registering my mic. It's okay, this entire week has been scuffed. Somehow earlier, uh, yesterday, I'm not sure what happened, but apparently my video tube settings got all fucked up. Fortunately, I have my video tube files saved, so it's not like I was at a permanent loss, but I'm like, how'd that happen? How'd that happen? But also, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. My name, for those of you who are new here, I am Vesper Fortune, Bad of Fortune, Witch of Fate. I'm here to help you change yours, but also, most importantly, I'm single. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. You know, as well as we can on Single Awareness Day. You know, uh, literally, probably the worst time for it's not a great time for the vibe, for the feels in general for me, but today is not making it better. I know by Valentine's Day, other bits of my life are very hard for me right now. I'm trying to be delusional. I'm trying to pretend these years aren't happening, but also I'm hopefully going to write some really hardcore kick-ass poetry and make some hardcore kick-ass art at some point. But we have a schedule change for next week. Ooh. I mean, when do I have a regular fucking schedule? Um, because we missed, Trial of Hearts. This week we're going to have it on Monday, so because we're having it on Monday, I'm going to rest Sunday because I am old. I am old and decaying and ancient, but also I just wanna kind of maybe actually take one fucking day off where I do nothing. Because all my days off have been me hyperfixating on something, usually mod making, so I'd like to probably actually, you know, finish, I'm 2 episodes behind on Comet Tales, 3 episodes behind on, Forlorn Nexus, so I should dedicate some time to that, so that's gonna be this Sunday. We're still having a stream tomorrow, though. We're still having a stream tomorrow, but not Sunday. But we're gonna be shooting Trial of Hearts on Monday, and then we're going to be hopefully back to a normal Trial of Hearts schedule. Oh, why is my shoulder fucked up? I'm going to start exercising. I meant to start exercising again today, but I was just also, you know, not into that. You wanna know what's hot? Not exercising. You wanna know what's personally hot? Not exercising. Oh, why aren't my captions working? Why aren't my captions working? Where make slash ox? Okay, save. Okay, I think something. You know what? It's scuff. It's scuff. Haven't exercised in so long. Again, my thing is it has to be fun, or I'm not gonna do it. It has to be actually legitimately fun. Yes, authorized mixed up. Why are you doing this to me? What's not going to help is all the chocolate I've ate today. I've eaten so much chocolate. So much chocolate. And it's not going to get better tomorrow. Mm. Hello, Cake Slice. I'm not going to talk about the amount of sweets I've eaten because it's an abnormal amount. But nobody gave me chocolates. Aw. Well, I got them from my parents, so yeah. Okay, okay, closed captioning is working. Yay. Love the parent vets, but you know, your parents are supposed to give you things occasionally. I'm trying to not make my life sound sad. It's like I like free chocolates, don't get me wrong. The parents' love is supposed to be unconditional. There's not supposed to be conditions to giving me chocolate as a parent. There's not rules and boundaries in place. Lurk. Aw, sleepy Kaylin. I'm glad you're awake. I'm glad you're awake to catch a stream, but also please rest. I know it's very late for you. I know it's very late for you and the wizard. The wizard's tower must be dimmed for sleepy time. But thank you for the lurk. You're always welcome here. I need to. I think. I think tomorrow I actually need to work on some shit because oh my god, I'm so behind on everything. It's just an ever accumulating pile. It's an ever accumulating pile, and I just keep panicking as it builds up. I feel that. Yeah. Wow, you're a founder, Silver. Okay, Ho and Artstar, I'm behind, yeah. I'm trying not to think about it. Wait, is that new? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but, you know, awesome. I'm not sure, but it's awesome. What? Oh, wait, my number lock isn't on. There we go. Oh my god, why is oh, my stomach was hurting earlier, now it's my shoulder. If it rotates to other places, I'm gonna be fucked for the night. It's just ibuprofen tonight. Ibuprofen, my one true love. Oh yeah. Apparently Critical Role. The third campaign has ended, but I'm not gonna go watch all the episodes I haven't watched. I have formed my own opinions, separate from other people. And my opinions aren't good. I have no interest in the third campaign. The characters were nice, but just no. I'm in my own campaign now. I don't give a shit. I have friends playing. I want to watch their stuff. I hate to be like this, but like I feel like everything my friends are making is better than the third campaign. I feel like everything my friends are making is better than the third campaign. And that's not a pot shot at either Critical Role or my friends. Sorry. I mean, like to say, like, the third campaign itself is just... Ugh. I feel like it's a mismatch of characters versus setting versus plot. Haven't watched any of them. I'd suggest watching the second one or the first one first. I really don't recommend the third one if you really want to watch them. If you can, like, sit there through, like, what? Well over 100 hours worth of content. Like, is there an average watch time? Is there, like, a complete watch time of season 1? They actually have podcast versions of the campaigns, though. Like, you can just I mean, like, watching them give some bonuses, but you can mostly listen to them. Oh yeah, campaign 1 is... Campaign 1 is 447 hours. Do you want to put... Dang it. I felt like I was forgetting something, and it's always Blue Sky. It's always you, Blue Sky. However, I do love you. But yeah, well over... According to this one Reddit post, campaign 1 is 447 hours. Which is a lot of time, to be fair. So, like, yeah, you probably want to be doing something else. You want to have something else planned. That is side content. That is not keep your eyes on it content. That is ears content. Oh man, I'm only halfway down my tea. But I hated the third campaign. I couldn't get through it. There's just... I know it's D&D, but there was awful pacing. That was like my biggest issue, was the pacing. Like, I don't even want to, like it, like, I didn't like it enough that I don't even want to talk about it. I really do not finish things because of how much I don't like them. I just kind of just drop them by accident. Like, it's just my attention span that causes me to do not finish things, but I purposely do not want to finish campaign 3. I did not like it that much. And like I said, I have much better things to do. I have much better things to do. I hope campaign 4 is better. But I'm also just like, eh. I'm just like, eh. It's, I have my own campaign now. Why should I care? I have other campaigns to watch. I have other campaigns to be in. I'm so obsessed with my own stuff now. Like, why Critical Role? Ooh, I didn't even mean to have that W there. Critical Role? Wall? Ooh, no. But apparently it's ended. People had problems with it. However, I had problems with it in the beginning, and thank you for the hydrate, Galaxy Prime. I had problems from the beginning. Not the beginning, around episode 30, maybe? I didn't like everything revolving around, who was it? Imogen. I didn't like everything revolving around Imogen. Also, welcome in, Galaxy. I hope you're doing alright tonight. I think it's been a while since I've last seen you. The Indian food I ordered is here, BRB. Ooh, you have to tell me what you got. The welcome back in is nice for you. Nice to see you again, Galaxy. But yeah, that's just my entire thoughts on the process of Critical Role Campaign 3, and why am I in the void? I just can't win. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fine on this Valentine's Day, or as I like to call it, Single Awareness Day. However, it's also nice just to spend it with family and friends, you know? That's why I'm here, to help everyone to spend time with you guys. You're my Valentine's tonight. You're my Valentine's tonight. I mean that positively and not in a sad streamer way. I'm doing alright so far. Nice, nice. Let's see. Okay, I was just checking something. But tonight, we are here with the worst person in the world. I think we're still on her story. I don't remember. I don't remember if we're still on this bitch's story or not. Oh no. I need her to die. I'm killing her off first. Okay, game capture, the letter. Okay. Are you the right size? Yeah, you look about right. I should have been ready before. But one day I will get this down. Why do I have 47 tabs up? But okay, yeah, we're back to the letter, and I think we're still on Marianne's story. I don't know. Oh god, we are. Oh god, we are. Oh, hold on, there is something. There is something I think we should add for the ambiance. There is a decoration we should add just for this Valentine's Day. At least for this Valentine's Day. Let me just add it real quick. Where's my image? This is like my new motivational poster. I was having the sads the other day. And I just thought this. And I'm like, wait, is chat? Oh, chat's not live. So we're putting this. Where are we putting this? You know what we have? I'll make it small. And we'll put it right here. There we go. We're locking that in, actually. My new motivational poster. This literally got me through the depression the other night. Oh my god, at least I'm not Marianne. At least we're not Marianne, guys. And for those of you who don't know who Marianne is, don't worry, you're about to learn. Okay, earbud in. Take another sip. Load the game file. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good, okay. Billy's quick on his feet, already up and at him, as soon as the numbers leave his lips. Watching him as he maneuvers through the crowd of other pub-goers is enough to tire me out. Fast as he can, he's at the door and throws us a smile. That's all we get before he's gone, just like that.
Boy, what about your drink, boy? I can put it on your tab then.
Holmes boy always like that, G?
I got garlic naan, tiki masala with paneer as the protein, and a veggie pupusa. Ooh, I'm jelly. I'm jelly. Also silver look above my head. Wow, oh my god, that sounds delicious. I kinda wish we had an Indian... I kinda wish we had an Indian joint a little bit closer. The closest one is about an hour out from the observatory. At least you aren't Marianne. Well, we're still on the storyline.
Pretty much. But what about you? I suppose I'll put your drinks on your tab too. Don't want you to spill your wallets when you look like you're close to spilling yourself.
Yeah, if it's fine by you, I think I'll go take a bit of a cat nap here. Just for a sec.
Go right ahead. I'll wake you when I close up shop.
Oh boy, nothing tops having to work on Valentine's Day like seeing Marianne. Listen, this is going to be a permanent part of the stream, I think. This is gonna be the new motivational poster. This is the motivational part of the stream, just this poster above my head. Don't worry. In 2014, I moved to sea. I'm glad to be nearby lots of different food places now. I'm so jolly. We got most... Where I live in the part of the galaxy, it's just a lot of, down home food. And here's the thing, when you live down home, you don't want to go out for down home food. Mumbling a sleepy thanks, I doze off on a spot, face pressed on the counter. Marianne. Alright, I dread the pain I'll have for sleeping in such a position. But when you gotta go, you gotta go. That doesn't count for sleep, Marianne. When you're that sleepy, you just get in an Uber. Ah! The toxic sapphic dreams are back! Oh no, the toxic Yuri dreams are back!
Oh, Marianne! How long have you been standing there, dearie? Come join us, Marianne. We won't bite.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone!
Unless you ask, that is.
Not that I can get much sleep to begin with. Do people ever have the feeling that they're working on something they really enjoy, but still eventually tires them out? Because honestly, I've been feeling like this.
You have certainly exceeded expectations, Marianne. Everything looks so marvelous, and in such a short time, too.
Oh gee, we don't know about that Vesper. Oh. Oh, the feeling of being a creative. Oh, the feeling of being a traumatized creative. Definitely.
Well, I can't take all the credit. People have certainly been enthusiastic about the idea of working on the Wright mansion. There won't be any more problems unless Mr. Wright has any more objections about the second bedroom.
Oh, no. We proceed with that room as planned. I already agreed to him having his greenhouse and his vineyard and his stables. He may as well let me have this one thing.
Only about halfway done, but the honest satisfaction on our client's face is enough for me to push through. Let's face it, in between my exasperation at Mr. Wright's antics and her, I've been burning the candles at both ends. I can't even close my eyes without seeing a dead girl's face. Dead girl. Dead. She's dead. I have to keep reminding myself that. Burying my feelings as deep as they've buried her body. 6 feet under. I shouldn't waste so much time on someone who's supposed to be gone. I wasted many years thinking about her already. Okay, we get it. You're a traumatized lesbian. There should be no need to bother myself with the dead when I should be bothering myself with the living. Too bad the living are usually as complicated, if not more, than the ghosts of the past. This is me when my favorite restaurant shut down. I should be bothering myself with actual restaurants, not my ghost of a restaurant that's haunting me. Honestly, I'd be able to take this story more seriously if they didn't keep giving Marianne entirely different personalities every other minute. Oh, what she said about a second ago. Oh yeah, the dead girl, the dead restaurant.
But don't you have a party?
Yes. But Luke's just being a sweetie, you see. That friend he's visiting, he's having marital problems and he's just trying to cheer him up.
It's even more complicated when the living in question is a pair of rich and famous socialites, way past their honeymoon phase. I've been somehow roped into being a relationship counselor.
They've been married for a long time and they've hit a... how do they say it? A rough patch.
Oh, we get to be on the other side of this
His
conversation.
wife has a drinking problem and can be very neglectful. The poor thing really does his best to be a good husband. But it's never enough for her. Sometimes I think it's the years. Maybe it's been so long that they've lost that romantic spark. What do you think?
Well, I think you shouldn't go and get demonically possessed, but what do I know?
If I'm going to be completely honest, I need to ask. This is about you and Mr. Wright, isn't it?
Suppose it is. What would you tell me?
Then, I tell you it's none of my business. I tell you that I don't want to meddle. But, if the troubled husband with the neglectful wife asked me for my honest opinion, I'd say that he shouldn't base his happiness and his self-worth on someone else. Maybe he should try being independent for a while. See what it's like when he isn't trying to please someone else and doing things for himself. Everyone's supposed to be their own man or woman, right? A bit of breathing room never hurt anyone. We shouldn't let our fear control our lives.
Why she thinks a single woman like me would be the best source of relationship advice is beyond me. Well, here's the thing. Because you're single, you probably know what you wanted for a long-ass while. Because coaches don't play, Marianne. Exactly. Listen, I've been single for... God, we don't talk about it. Wow, I wish this was vodka. Well, not vodka, because I hate vodka. I wish this was a mudslide. Maybe I should put some mudslides on the throne. But I can help with relationships very damn well, because I am observational. Though most of my relationship advice comes down to fucking communicate, you little bitch. Oh. That explains something. Go on those Jack and Coke mixes. Ooh. But my relationship advice usually goes down to, fucking communicate. Nobody can fucking mind read. That's the main issue with all relationships, usually. At least you're not Marianne. Yeah, Hannah, at least you're not me. Without realizing it, I'm only pulling out a part of me that I thought... were long gone. Wait, what? I'm sorry, I need to parse this sentence. Without realizing it, I'm only pouring out a part of me that I thought was long gone. Dear fucking God, did someone not proofread this? I like to believe my words will be of some help to Mrs. Wright. Have you tried having sapphic nightmares, Hannah? Have you tried toxic Yuri nightmares, Hannah? They've done wonders for me. If I'm honest, though, they are some help to me. Like some weight has been taken off my shoulders. Lorraine. I'm sorry, but, but, like, this doesn't even compare to Signed Mary, and now they're ruining the name Lorraine for me. I'm like, no, you're not the Queen Lorraine. No. By the way, everyone, go play Signed Mary. By the way, everyone, go play Signed Mary. It's better.
I really should handle what's left of the work.
You won't be attending the party. Oh, you really must, Marianne.
Don't tell me what to do. Do you want to be playing this? The way what happened to her hasn't left me yet, did it? Maybe...
I'll try to stay in chat. Maybe grab a few bites and a drink, but I can't be around for the entirety of the event. My apologies.
Bites. Bites.
Busy, busy, busy.
You must stay a while. I'd love for you to meet some of my friends, and they're ever so excited to meet you. You need to say hello to the Lees, at least. If it wasn't for them, I'd never even heard of you.
I mean, Luke and Hannah are both possessed, right? Not yet in the timeline. That is... When is the possession? Yeah, the possession happens on the 29th. But present day, yeah. And then on the by the 30th, Luke gets possessed. The relationship seems bad afterwards. Well, yeah, when you both go in on the demonic possession, you know, it's going to strengthen the relationship because you're both possessed by the same demon. It's like a threesome, but in your head. I think it's about time I changed that.
So, if I can be excused?
certainly. You'll have to excuse me as well. I must attend to the party before any early birds arrive. Because, believe me, they will throw a fuss if things aren't ready, even when they're not supposed to be here until an hour later.
I shouldn't dwell on the dead. I shouldn't just callously forget about them, too. Whoops. Saying that I have work left to do is an easy enough excuse to make. What would you advise for my relationship? Have you tried being possessed by demons who love each other? Have you tried being demonically possessed by two people who actually like each other? I know how other people see me. I see someone so obsessed with a craft that she would easily miss things like a party for it. Outside the parlor, people hurry about here and there in preparation for the right's grand housewarming party. None spare me a glance as I slip past them, working on their appointed roles and not daring to slack off while they work for what is probably the most powerful couple in Luxborn. Making to the kitchen with ease, the wine cellar being my final destination. Oh no! But when is a great task ever simple? Probably never. Oh no! This is a great task, isn't it? My greatest one yet, that is worthy of being called a quest. I'm not acting as Marianne McCullough, the professional interior designer I chose to lie about being too busy for a party. I'm Marianne McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma. Just thinking of it like that makes it a bit cheesy. But it helps with the fear. Helps overcome the insane thought I'm actively seeking out something that has been plaguing me for years. Nerd! I say as I prepare for D&D on Monday. And I face my worst nightmare. I might see nothing and find my self-imagined grand quest fall flat. And who would have thought that the gatekeeper to my final quest would be someone that I thought would be a valuable ally?
Schnell! Hurry up, you snails! We are on a deadline and you are wasting my time!
The butler comes from the cellar and into the kitchen, tailed by a couple of others, people who I assume are most likely chefs and bartenders. He raises a brow, seeing me just standing there by the hatch, by the trapdoor. Almost looks like he's going to throw me out for being in the kitchen without permission. But then he motions for the others to disperse and familiarize themselves with the surroundings. Meanwhile, he continues to stand there, preventing entry into the darkness beyond. Please keep her away. Please keep her away. We don't need a third demonically possessed white person. The first two are already horrible enough.
What are you doing here, Fraulein? This is not the place for guests or in an architect right now. I request you leave.
I was just looking around for any last-minute things, yes?
Yes, you have been doing that a lot. Looking around, snooping about.
This is the smartest man here. Outside of Isabella, this is the smartest character in the game. And I'm mostly giving Isabella, like, spiritual smarts. I don't remember Luke being possessed. I must have missed it. It might have been after you went to bed. That was the end of the Zachary route. Was Luke being possessed on October 30th. There's not been, like, a specific event, though. It's been implied. It's not like we've had something, like, downright happen, like, with Hannah.
Now is not the time for such things. If you're not careful, people might think you are up to something.
Look he gives me as he says this is almost chilling. He was glowing at one point. He was radiating darkness. He had a aura of darkness. He had an anime aura. If life was a game book, he'd probably be the true neutral warlock guarding the treasure room. A difficult opponent to beat with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in dexterity.
Well, I'm not done yet. I actually need to go into the wine cellar. Just need a quick go at the place. So, just don't mind me. I'll be out of your hair soon enough.
Wait, what are her points in? 9 in wisdom, 8 in charisma, apparently. And now 8 in dex. Girly Pop, what are you rolling? What are you rolling? These are rolled stats. This is not point buy.
Go outside, enjoy the party. Bask in the praise and adulation they will no doubt shower you with when the madam speaks highly of you.
She's like level 30. Remember, this is Druids and... I forgot what the fuck this knockoff is called. Druids and Dragons? No. Druids and... It's something else with a D, but not Dungeons. Druids and Daggers? No. Druids and Demons. I think that's it. So, we don't know if it's a 1-for-1. Plus, they might have still been running off 4E stats.
Surely you've had enough of this stuffy old kitchen by now. You do not want to cause trouble.
4E or 3.5E.
Both the Bratwurst and Hannah want this to be perfect. It would be a disservice and disrespect to toe out of line and risk it being anything otherwise.
Awful bullshit, Marianne. Nat 20.
And more importantly, I will be blamed for any failure that happens tonight.
Oh, don't worry. There's going to be a failure. His intervention almost turns me away. Maybe this is a sign I'm not meant to seek Lorraine out, but...
Please. It's really important.
15 minutes. 9. 10 minutes. Any longer and I'll pull you out of there myself. The Bratwurst would be furious if he thinks anyone is touching his precious wine without his permission.
Thank you. This seriously means a lot.
Until the word trollop starts being dropped. He steps aside begrudgingly. At this point, it looks like there's no turning back. The cellar greets me ominously as I descend. Why did they hang up the haunted mirror? Why did they hang up the haunted mirror in the cellar? Why do we think Lorraine is in the cellar? She's not in the cellar, she's in the mirror. In the cellar. Which we apparently have hung up. Are those torches? Yes. Because this game cannot get any more, because the game keeps surprising us. It's like, ah, yes, this Irish pub, this super nice 5-star restaurant-ass looking Irish pub, yes. That gets rowdy and has karaoke night. Yes, that Irish pub. Oh, there's torches in this rich person's cellar and they hung up the haunted mirror? Okay, that's fine. I swear, this game has to be satire. And we sing of how about but the jazz keeps playing. Exactly. The space feels smaller, with a lot more balls lining the wall compared to before. Knowing what might be waiting for me here makes things worse. The mirror that had been moved from the study is my goal. I did not return to it after my initial discovery, but the thought of Lorraine, how much I want to see her again, even if it's just for one more time, keeps coming back to my mind. As I walk through the cellar, I have to stop when I feel something crunch beneath my feet. My few balls were left behind here are now nothing but glass under my heels. Dropped by perhaps one of the many chefs and bartenders the butler had escorted through here before. And it made a downright mess with the red slick pulling from the remnants of a good drink. With how dark this place is, a person with a dark enough imagination can easily mistake it for blood. I can't help but think it is, despite the easy, logical explanation that had come to my mind, only because of what I'm about to do. Merely a momentary distraction as I continue to the end of the cellar, where the mirror stands. Why might they have mentioned that? Huh. I think I'm going to save. That wasn't. That was a subtle wonk mention of something. Propped up on the far wall, it gleams innocently while pretending to be a simple and ordinary mirror. How morbid to think this thing can show a person their deepest, most desperate desires, and then twist it into an image so dark. That's what I'd seen that day. Though I heard Lorraine many times, I'd only seen her here within its frame. Wonder if people have discovered it before. How many were wasted away in front of it, enamored? How many were frightened away by what they saw? Yet as I stand before it now, nothing. I can barely see my own reflection in this darkness.
How does this even work? Mirror, mirror on the wall?
Who's the most insane girl of them all? Are we still hearing voices? I don't think so.
Anything?
Nothing. Touching its surface doesn't make it magically activate or anything like that. There's no sudden surge of power, and I'm not suddenly granted sight. Marianne suddenly turned into an author with those descriptions, I know. It stays what it is, a mirror. Was Lorraine's appearance in the mirror all some sort of fever dream? Am I really that burned with guilt and despair that my mind would easily eat itself in my stress, have me hallucinate such things? Either way, just going here on some crazy obsession for a girl long gone must warrant me a trip to the doctor. Yes. Already I feel ill. After a few more minutes in hopes that something would change, I turn around to leave. I can just go back upstairs like nothing ever happened. Perhaps drop by the party for some hors d'oeuvres, then go home and collect myself. Besides, Miss is expecting me and
Going to leave me again then, are you?
I stop in my tracks, but I don't turn back. As much as it pains me, I don't look back. If I'm just hearing her again, desperately delusional, and I look back to see nothing, I don't want to give myself false hope. When I feel fingers around my wrist pull at me, I look back in shock. My first thought is, how in God's name is this possible? And the second is, Lorraine. Oh, we're full crazy now. Yep. Her hands are cold.
Are you that mad at me that you're just going to ignore me, Marianne?
I don't know what to say, and I can only stare at her and wonder. She stands there in the mirror with only an arm extended outward for my sake. I look at the hand holding my wrist. When she sees me looking at it, she moves so our hands are intertwined, fingers weave together. We're not only trying to see our curiosity, we're trying to see our desires. Yeah, no, this is a bad mirror. This is a bad mirror. Seeing her there and feeling her touch me, I'm not crazy. Though however impossible and unexplainable this is all to me right now. No, you're crazy. You're crazy. But there's also supernatural shit happening, so it's probably a mix of both. It just takes my breath away. Pulling her out from there is tempting. I can't imagine doing so with ease. We can be together again, Lorraine and Marianne, like nothing had ever happened. It doesn't have to be mutually exclusive, nope. But that would be all a great lie, wouldn't it? Silent Hill's both real and fake.
What? Pack out your tongue? Don't just look at me like that. Say something.
Like, how are we not concerned? We're crazy. Even if this thing were some magic ball that could bring back the dead, that doesn't erase anything. Just looking at her, still a young teenager, while I'm already a grown woman, it serves no other reason to break the illusion that blinds me. I've seen her twice now, always behind the mirror. If this is real, if this isn't some delusion, then why can she only exist behind the glass?
You have no idea how happy I am to see you. It's been so long.
We're just like, I can live with the ghost of my ex in the mirror. We all like, why the hell am I seeing this?
You don't look happy.
I really am happy. But at the same time, I can't help but think about what happened. To you.
And what does that mean? What are you saying?
She gives me this peculiar look. Before my eyes, she moves to step out of the mirror. In turn, I winch my hand from her and take a step back, almost as if I'm afraid.
I don't know how this is possible. But whatever this is, it isn't real.
Finally, a reality check.
You can't be real.
I'm right here, aren't I? What other proof do you need?
No. I see you. I hear you. I feel you.
Okay, now we're trying to be sensible. A little too late for that, but you know, progress is progress for Marianne. 50 steps back, 1 step forward.
But even with all that, you can't be real. You just can't. I saw your body. I helped bury you.
Girl, they did your forehead bad. They did you dirty. Girl is bald wearing a bad wig.
You're dead.
A deep hug crosses her face, and just breaks my heart in two, seeing her wear that expression.
Burying me wasn't the only thing you did. Don't you dare lie. But I'm going to be the bigger woman, aren't I? Let bygones be bygones. I'll forgive you, as long as you stay with me, Marianne.
Well, she's dead, Vesper. Being dead doesn't stop you from serving cunt. Being dead doesn't stop the serving. There are plenty of dead people serving cunt, and they actually use their deadness to help with that.
That's why you came down here, right? To find me?
That was the plan. I came down here looking for her. Closure. This isn't just closure. This is something else entirely. I didn't think I would be forced to make such a choice. Oh, I kind of want to stop dealing with you, Marianne, so... I kind of want to stop dealing with you, Marianne. If this is how I permanently remove you from the story, then sure, yeah, you get to stay. I really do want to stay. With her. I'm getting tired pretending, of lying to myself. The fact that I'm admitting this to myself now of all times only brings light to how Lorraine was right about me all along. I should have listened to her.
But, Lorraine, you're dead. How can we even stay together?
Oh, now, Marianne, I think you can figure that out.
I know. And it's your fault, isn't it? You tore us apart. But now, you can put us back together again.
And now that I have the choice to fix what I had done to us, and who am I to do otherwise?
So sorry. I must look like a right mess.
I'm here, Em. I'm here now, don't you worry.
Die for me, baby.
Come here.
Takes everything I have not to tear up at the sight of her. She reaches out and slips her fingers through mine before pulling me away from the tunnel and towards the mirror. Our reflection, a grown woman and a teenager barely past her prime, Lends a bizarre light to this whole
I
scene.
can't imagine how you've been so alone all these years. I left you, Lorraine. I didn't mean to, but that's what I did. I don't even know if you can ever forgive me.
Don't cry. Doesn't suit your pretty face.
Oh, whoops.
Besides, I don't have to be alone anymore, do I? You're here for me, aren't you? You'll never leave me again, will you?
My mouth goes dry as she looks at me. This isn't the plan. This isn't closure. God damn it, Marianne! Please die! Yet her hand in mine makes me believe that this is real. She's real, and that's all that matters. Nothing else.
Of course. I wouldn't dare leave you.
This feels like she's trying to lure us to killing ourselves. Yeah. I'm not going to really stop her, though. I'm just going to put in a oh, thank you for the stretch. My bones do hurt. I'm not gonna stop her. We've been watching this. Okay, oh, I wish I could pop my shoulder. That'd be really nice right now. Okay, I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll be right back. Oh, my bones hurt. I'm gonna try and quickly massage out this pain. But I hope everyone's enjoying having spooky night with me. Oh, the bones. The pain of playing as Marianne. Hopefully that won't last for much longer. Never again. I'm fighting the sleepy. No. No. Oh wait, it's around your normal bedtime. That's fine. It's fine to be sleepy. How you feeling with the new CPAP? It's now off still. I don't want to be sleepy yet. Well, maybe you're asleep because your body is like, okay, it's an hour away, so you need to be getting ready. It's very nice. I don't have to take naps after work anymore. Nice. Nice. We have Silver at full power. Alright, we're back. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm not sure what's gonna happen next, but I'll put up a warning in case I feel like something's happening. But you know, this is a horror game, so you just have to be generally prepared already, you know?
You swear you won't leave me?
Sure, this is Toxic Yuri. We're enjoying
I
it.
swear to God, I won't, Lorraine.
Though her smile remains, I can only describe her expression as sad. She walks around until she stands just behind me and wraps her arms around my waist. I nearly crumble with how I am in her arms once more. And when she puts her chin in the crook of my neck, I feel her hot breath on my neck. And I'm filled with both joy and grief. The scent of chocolate, almonds, honey, and beer surrounded me. My first taste of love. The love that I denied. Had been so bittersweet.
God's not the only one you're making promises to, Marianne. Swear it to me. Or, even better, prove it to me.
I'll stay forever with you, Lorraine. I swear it to you. How do I even prove it to you?
Simple.
She presses something in my hand. A large glass shard from a wine ball, cold and sharp. Oh no. Oh no, okay, here comes the content warning. Content warning, self-harm, maybe. You know what? It's not a damn shame. I can say the S word. We're gonna pin that bitch. Called it. Yeah. What doesn't this game have at this point? Enjoyable sex scenes. Enjoyable tentacle scenes. You know, we don't have tentacle scenes yet. A large glass shard from a wine bottle, cold and sharp. Is she suggesting that I... Just tentacle statues, yep. Just the 6-foot bad dragon statues in Hannah's loft.
Die for me.
Oh, word for word, whatever. Word for word.
Lorraine! That's...
Wait, did we see Marianne after this?
How can I?
How can I even do such a
There's
thing?
no need to be scared. I'll be here for you until the end, Marianne. Even if you hadn't done the same for me.
Believe it or not, I was just thinking Persona.
But that's the only way I can forgive you. The only way we can be together again.
Wait, did we see Marianne at the party as Hannah? Alice and her die for me. Hold on, when is the party? Today's the party, right? The 28th. I guess we didn't fucking see Marianne. Oh well. Oh damn. Okay, that's visceral. I'm not sure if that's healthy for anyone's mental... I'm not sure if that's great for anyone's mental health. I apologize. See, I was picturing something else. She guides my hand, raising the glass shard. My own hands are weak, as is my will, as I can only bear my neck to do it as she. My own hands are weak, as is my will. I can only bear my neck to do with as she wishes. This is more graphic than I was picturing. No, this is unrealistic. This is a beheading. There is no reason, no self-preservation, as I mindlessly welcome my own death. as if it will lead me to my salvation. I feel nothing at first, other than the glass touching my skin, a caress, until a stinging sensation blooms from my neck. Pain sears and burns like nothing I've felt before. Every breath intensifies the feeling. Yeah, ew. Oh god, you can see your muscles. Yeah. Yeah, the campiness of it is kind of ruining the entire lack of self-preservation. Also, the fact that I have at least you're not Marianne above my head is not helping either. If I wanted to cry out and scream, I can only cough as a slick metallic taste coats my tongue. What's up with her mouth, though? I think they wanted to try and draw her out screaming. Are those her teeth covered in blood or like her tongue? I think... Oh my god, you're right. Because not only that, there's like a little abyss at the corner of her lips. It's the kind of bad that I just can't take this entire scene seriously, because I'm just like, I don't like her. This is my plotted destination for you, Marianne. But no, like, her teeth are fading into the abyss. Her teeth are fading into the abyss. I think they were trying to, like, do, like, a 3/4, like, look, but they forgot they had opened her mouth, so they're just kind of stuck in hell. Her mouth is in hell. Just like us. No I can do beyond that is rasp out, calling for her name.
Lorraine.
Cold and weak, I grow worse by the second. I cough with each ragged breath, expelling blood that I'm inhaling through my slit throat.
Shush now. It'll be over soon.
As she's cutting your windpipe, Marianne, how are you rasping anything? Yeah, that's directly into the windpipe. There is nothing left in the front of that throat.
Really soon.
There was a moment of doubt as I remembered that the devil was once the most beautiful angel in heaven. That I shouldn't be deceived by such beauty. But in my final moments, all that is soon forgotten. My mouth twitches, I can't even muster the smallest of smiles anymore. But I'll be with Lorraine. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, we don't have to play as Marianne anymore. You've unlocked a memory fragment. Also, I can, unpin this. How can I unpin? Oh my, hair. Exactly. Oh my, Sailor Moon. She does have big hair. Oh my god, that is the Sailor Moon bow on her chest. That is the Sailor Moon bow on her chest. Hold on, wait, we have to go watch the memory fragment. I'm interested now. Hold on. Oh, wait, cancel. Finally, we're playing as Rebecca. Let's hope you have some fucking personality. Well, let's hope you don't have any personality. Hold on, gallery. Oh god, we still have 3 more chapters. Oh no. Oh, memory fragments, thank you. Is this all? Do I not get, like, dialogue or anything? To be fair, the fact that I don't have to play as Marianne anymore is the reward itself. The fact that I don't have to play as Marianne anymore is the reward itself. But yeah, I guess these are the previous owners of the mansion. We finally get to look at them. Oh no, what if we're in just reincarnation hell? What if we're just in reincarnation hell? Oh wait, I just realized something. Ooh, do tell. Hold on, I had to get British. No. I have to get British. No. This is how it begins. Or so they say. Wait, that's fucking French. The no was for whatever being dumb. Is the mayor being down there the reason why we heard ghosts down there as Hannah? Probably. Where's my fucking British accent? I'm trying to remember Doctor Who. With a gentle wind drifting through the wide-open windows, muffled laughter and footsteps swing behind empty hallways, the light kiss of the afternoon sun. Soon there will be a call, a crossing of thresholds into the unknown. Maybe we're off to some grand adventure, or diving into another gripping mystery. One can't really tell. For all I know, a hero might even come sweep me off my feet. If I'm lucky. What is this anime-ass music? What is happening? What is this anime ending EP?
That's not exactly a bad thing when you think about it.
Oh my, Final Fantasy. This is far from one, isn't it? A riveting tale, that is. The mild breeze, the faint murmurs, the warm rays painting every nook and cranny a fiery hue. They're all as real as they can get. As much as I want to write a little tale out of this, I'm far from someone who can. Fleeting fancies, that's what these are. Merely passing thoughts to occupy an idle mind, while waiting for another busy workday to end. Then again, maybe in another life, I am one. Who knows? But at present, what have I chosen to be? Well,
Won't last years here if I find teaching rowdy adolescents a tedious job, will I?
admittedly, the whole affair isn't as grand or exciting as I had imagined as a child. If I weren't so stubborn and too passionate about the whole idea, I probably would have quit a long time ago. Portraits changed. We're playing as Rebecca now. But it's always the kids that make it worthwhile, isn't it? As if in agreement, as soon as my pen slides into a neat circle against the papers I'm grading, the final bell rings. Like a dam that has opened, students begin piling out into the hallways soon after. Like, we've seen the Rebecca one way the whole time. Now she looks super different. Yeah, hold on. Oh man, Rebecca, you might even have as bad as Isabel. For a short minute, I let the noise fill my ears, let my mind wander to a place far removed from all the hubbub. Solitary moments like this have come few and far between lately. Even my own home hasn't been as quiet as I usually prefer. Though in hindsight, the entire place hasn't been the same either, since Isabella moved in next door. If her fussing over a minor cold last week tells anything, I might as well throw any idea of solitude out the nearest balcony, so long as she lives nearby. At the memory, my eyes automatically shift over to the bottle sitting at the edge of my desk. A chuckle escapes from me as I reach for it.
A little ball of energy and enthusiasm. That big baby.
The same birds flying by this window as the photographer. Yeah, they only have 6 birds in the entire city. And these 6 birds are just obsessed with these 6 people. Mother Hen, she calls me, and then she does the same thing right after. Hold on, let me count the birds. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 7 birds. It's the same 7 birds. Yeah, 7. Oh, well, there could be other birds. It's just that these 7 are obsessed with these 6 people. It's not that I'm unused to being on the receiving end of other people's worries. I feel any sort of apprehension over her fretting. If I'm to be completely honest, it's actually amusing how someone can be childlike one man and act like a responsible adult the next. It's called being a person, Rebecca. I almost said Rose, because fuck her fucking design. And being called Rebecca. And having an NPC called Rose. But there's dissonance there, both in her actions and words. While she may not look like it, may not say anything, may not lose her cheer, one way or another, I know these troubles have rated down on her lately. Her face says it all, that big numpty. If she thinks I won't know, she's got another thing coming for her. That's how she always has been. I do understand that part. Loud and clear. It's just that I'd really rather not pass another burden on to her.
Or become one myself.
Open up those Johari windows, Rebecca. It does feel like they kind of drew her slightly different than everyone else, though. I feel like they drew her very more in line with an anime style. While everyone else has felt like they've been, like, closer to an actual, like... She feels like she's nearing shonen, while everyone else has been, like, seinen-esque. She kind of reminds me almost kind of like a Kogias face. If Kogias had round faces. Aren't I supposed to be the one taking care of them? Kind of funny how obvious it is that they use different artists. I kind of feel like they use different writers. Aren't I supposed to be the one taking care of them? I guess that's simply one of those things that people eventually grow away from. Once you've all started leading different lives. Not completely different, I hope. Could you do any better though? Whatever? Not at all. You would probably at least have down your writing skills. Somehow that thought makes me feel uneasy. Thankfully, before any strange ideas can take root in my head, a faint buzzing comes from my back, cutting through the rest of my thought. A small frown forms in my lips when the screen lights up. An unknown number flashes. For a long second, my thumb hovers over the answer. Hovers over the answer button. Even the voice that responds once I do accept the call is wholly unfamiliar.
Hello?
Yes, speaking. Who is this?
Oh, sorry. Rose Cooper, Briar Realty Corporation.
Briar Realty?
My frown deepens as I straighten from my chair. Something in her tone, despite sounding remarkably friendly and light, doesn't sit quite well with me. The rigid pause that follows doesn't help ease the tension that has so descended either.
Miss Cooper?
Yes. Things are a bit busy on my end. I apologize. I'm not certain if Isabella has mentioned anything before, but we're working together on a property at the moment, and...
The Armengard Mansion, yes. She said something about that earlier. Is there a problem?
This is about Isabella, actually.
She wastes no time relaying everything. The details she provided are admittedly a bit vague, but enough for me to get a gist of what happened. Isn't the bad sort I'm expecting, though still worrying. Especially with words like panic attack and pale looking a bit sickly woven together in one foreboding sentence. As quickly as it surfaces, I stomp down on the urge to demand answers right there and then. Now isn't the proper time for useless questions. I'll find out soon enough, regardless. To Miss Cooper's credit, she neither hesitates nor falters all throughout. There's some sort of comfort in knowing Isabella has someone like her to guide her, though not as much as I would have liked. After all, this is Isabella we're talking about. What are the chances she just said a bunch of excuses so she wouldn't get sent home? High. Very high. Oh, she's so going to hear it this time.
You were listed as one of her emergency contacts, so I thought it'd be best you know about this.
How is she? Is she doing okay?
I had her take a break for now, but honestly, I'd feel better if someone were to pick her up and take her home for some rest. Anthem's a fair distance from Luxborn. I really don't want her going off on her own. I'd do it myself, but you know how it is today. Big day. People everywhere until the open house ends. I'm really sorry to ask this of you, Miss Gales. I know you're busy.
Oh, no, it's all good. I was just about to leave from work. I hope to leave early today anyway. A few minutes ahead wouldn't hurt. I can be there in a few, 30, 40 minutes tops. Is that all right?
More than fine, Miss Gales, thank you. We're supposed to be here until... Oh, excuse me. One moment, please. Yes, ma'am.
I think how a conversation echoes from her end. It sounds as though the place is buzzing with more people than you'll expect from a regular open house. I was skeptical at first, the house is old, not to mention its inconvenient location in Luxborn's outskirts. Who wants to live in a place that's almost an hour's drive away from the comforts of a city? Well, you can have all the comforts of a city inside of a fucking mansion. What does it matter when you're nearly an hour away when you can have a whole city inside your house? But from what little I hear, it appears that Isabella has every right to be optimistic about this sale. If I didn't understand why she was so adamant about refusing my offer of help before, I think I do now. To some degree.
We'll be resuming the tour soon. Yes, thank you. Sorry about that. I really need to get this thing going. Lord knows how I'll salvage the situation here. It shouldn't be anything complicated, but still, clients. They can be difficult when they want to be. Anyway, just look for me when you get here, alright? I shouldn't be too hard to miss.
Yes, I have green hair, like, you know, you have pink hair. You know, we're the only two anime characters here.
No problem. Thanks for letting me know about this. Just make sure Isabella stays put, please. Heaven knows how stubborn that girl can be.
Oh, believe me, I know.
You know, blue hair is kind of forgivable. Like, I know Ashton has blue hair, but you can probably... You can probably get away with saying blue hair is just another shade of black hair. But Rebecca and Rose really stand out as the anime characters. I miss my green hair, aww. I think blue is supposed to represent super black hair, right? It depends. What I normally see is that blue hair is given to Asian characters, so I think it's meant to like represent a shade of like deep blackish blue hair. Oh, be back soon. No worries, no worries. But what I normally see is that they do give blue hair to Asian characters, not just with with Ashton. I've seen it in again, Miraculous Ladybug. I feel like I've seen it in Code Lyoko. There is also, I feel like I've seen a few animes where they represent themselves with blue hair.
Don't worry about it. I'll have a few of our staff keep an eye on her for me until you get here.
I like how in Persona 3 we have blue hair. No one mentions it. I thought, oh, do we just have super black hair? No, it's just normal. No, it's just Anime Land. It's just Anime Land.
That's all I'm asking. I appreciate it.
The whole thing ends on a surprisingly pleasant note. If only the same can be said for the news she brought. And allow a brief moment to pass to ease where our attention has latched itself firmly to my nerves. But no matter how much I wish for it, my mind stubbornly refuses to do so. My hands are unsteady against the papers I pretend to arrange after. Lucid thoughts, every single source of it grimmer than any other, grows with each passing second I linger. Something about this whole thing, along with the sudden unease and nagging worry screams, off, wrong. This isn't the riveting tale I'd hoped to step into today. Oh no! We work at a school with uniforms! Basically that emo kid with blue hair. Oh, they were inspired by anime, you can feel it. Even on a rush, getting everything in order before leaving takes nearly a good quarter hour. By the time I make it out of the classroom, the commotion has already died down, dwindling to mere echoes and distant laughters. In the nearby room, melodies from a rehearsing band drift freely into the air, filling the almost empty hallway with their warm, lively tunes. Any other day I'll stop, bask in the music, and enjoy what little peace it brings. Not today, however. My steps are brisk, and sure as I march to Edward's Hall exit. We're in Inaba. Oh no, it's Yatsugami High School. I swear I will finish Persona 4. Soon I confirm Isabelle is okay. As soon I can shake off this wriggling feeling. For one reason or another, that single call, of all possible things, has thrown everything off kilter. I'd rather this be over with as quickly as possible. So much so that I nearly barrel over a student in my haste. Though perhaps it really is the other way around. When I look down, a set of eyes, bright and hopeful, stare back at me. Oh no! It's a child! Oh no, it's her. Oh no, not you. Also, why are you so small? And then there's like 16-foot giants here. What? Her arms are wrapped around my waist like a vice, and at my attention, a grin spreads over her face.
Buenas tardes, Miss Pink. Hello, Kylie. You know, you aren't supposed to run into people like that.
Fuck off, child.
Sorry, Miss Pink.
She loosens her hold on me, but not a hint of guilt or regret appears on her. If anything, it seems to be Seems the remark only amused her. A smile appears on my face before I can help it, matching the one on her own.
Just remember not to do it again, alright? You could get hurt.
You sound like my mama when she's scolding Rowan, Miss Pink.
Oh no, she has blue hair. I told you, Marionette, you need to get out of here. You're gonna die.
I'm sure your mama only means well. I know she'll be worried sick if one of you were to get hurt.
Marionette, you need to get the fuck out of here. Everyone's dying. Mostly because of me. But, you know, you're actually a somewhat decent character, please. I had Ladybug's good now.
Where's your brother anyway? Aren't you two supposed to be heading home now?
Rowan said he's got some stuff he needs to do before we go.
But Rebecca's voice actress sounds like she should be voicing Rose. And vice versa. I feel like there was something that happened between concept art and execution. And someone didn't get a memo somewhere. That's the vibe I'm getting. Something happened. Someone didn't get a memo. And now we're kind of just stuck with this.
I think he's taking too long. But he promised to buy me jelly babies today. If I keep what he's doing a secret from Mama and Papa.
Like, her voice doesn't quite match her character. But like everyone else does, yeah.
Any chance you'll tell Miss Pink about it?
She shakes her head, both her hands going to her mouth, as if to keep a precious secret from spilling out.
I made a promise. He said it's for Tia Luke.
Oh, something like a gift?
Like a deal. Tia promised to take him somewhere cool when he's old enough. Rowan's gonna prove he's a grown-up.
Laughter slips free from my lips. A teacher in me wants to give whoever this Tio is a reprimand for bringing about this kind of behavior in children. But both Suarez kids are so fond of him, there shouldn't be anything to worry about, yes? Oh, you're supposed to be Spanish? You're supposed to be from Spain? You know, we can approach this later. This is a topic we can broach later. She's probably adopted. And anyway, they're nothing but well-behaved, both Kylie and her brother. Or they or like their mother married to like a different dad and he took his name, something like that. Like, we saw this. Why the hell is she so British? I thought she was French at first, because, like, Kylie's Frenchish. Rowan is kind of Frenchish. But then it's like, oh, Suarez. I'm like, you're a little white girly pop. Rowan, the eldest, may have an occasional odd streak in and out of class, but their parents taught them well. I see no reason to cast any suspicion of bad behavior on them. Or maybe she's adopted. I would say she's adopted, but her brother's name is Rowan. Kylie and Rowan Suarez. I think they might have either just, like, taken all of their mother's genes. Yeah, maybe they're both adopted. Or, like, they married into the family. I mean, she could just be... She could have just gotten all the white. She could have just gotten all the white from her mom. I'm sorry, it's just this art style is not helping me. And she doesn't really have a name, like, that lends to being Suarez, like, I'm not saying that you can't go outside of your names, but there's specific names I can, like, imagine. And, like, Kylie isn't one of them.
As long as it isn't anything dangerous, alright?
She's like my characters when I write. There's even a Rebecca.
It's not. Cross my heart. My drawings are a lot prettier than what he's doing anyway. Tio said so. Do you want to see? I drew one earlier at class.
Is that why you're here?
Not really. I was gonna show it to my friend first. But since it's you, I'm sure she wouldn't mind if you see it before she does.
Oh no, we're going to see a cursed picture.
Oh no. I can't stay right now, Kylie.
Her face falls immediately after the words are out. A small part of me feels responsible for that crestfallen look. As much as I want to stay a little longer, there's another place I need to be at right now. Were we possessed earlier, Kylie? No, that's after this. She's possessed after this. That's later in the timeline. And frankly, another child to look after. I think it was a hallucination, however, she's a child in horror, so she could have powers. Taking both of her hands, I kneel in front of her and muster the most rueful smile I can give. At her age, I'm quite sure she already understands what I'm about to say before they're even out. But remarkably, she doesn't look away or pout as I'm expecting her to.
I'm sorry. You know what? Rowan has a class with me on Monday around this time. Why don't you drop by again next week? After class? I'll even make sure to wait for you. It's just that I absolutely must leave now. My friend had an accident earlier, and I'm the only one she has here.
What about her mama and papa?
Her family lives really far from here, I'm afraid. Do you remember where Asia is? The southeast part?
Do you remember where Asia is? Have you seen a map, small child?
That's where they are.
Her eyes immediately light up at my question. Just like that, I know I've won the girl's forgiveness.
Oh, just like Takako.
Zachary was having the most non-stop central hallucination. Ghost keeps harassing him. Then he thinks he's escaped, then Kylie just shows up all evilly. I want to know what her deal is. Like, she has to be important if they did art for her.
Who?
My friend. She said she used to live there, only just a little higher than southeast.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. She has a friend, and she's from Asia.
But she hasn't come home in a long time, so she doesn't remember much about it anymore.
My god, Rebecca.
Melody says it's weird I talked to her, but I think she's just shy.
Oh, yep, she's best friends with a ghost.
They could be good friends too! Don't you think so, Miss Pink?
Maybe if you introduce them properly, they will be.
That's what I think. Takako's just lonely. If she makes more friends, she won't be anymore. Is your friend like that too?
A little, possibly. To be honest, sometimes I can't tell with her.
And all, Isabella has always been the kind one, the kind to hold a smile even when things have taken a turn for the worse. 5 years and one will think it's enough time to know a person. But when you consider it, come to think of it, all these years, I've never, not even once, seen her cry. Not over a trivial matter or even when things are tough.
Okay, you can go to her. I'll just show you my drawing next time.
I have returned. You have returned and we're dealing with child. The one true horror child. Then one day she woke up and she was Marianne. Oh no, the one true horror. Yeah, the child's friends with a... The child is besties with a ghost. The child is besties with a ghost, so, we finally know what her deal is.
Thank you. Remind me to buy you a huge glass of parfait, alright?
Parfait. Yeah, didn't we notice that in, Zachary's route? Yeah, like, he was hallucinating.
No, I'll get a stomachache. Chicago says so. A small one is okay.
I'll remember that. Say hi to your friend for me.
I never saw her cry until she woke up and was Marianne one day. Oh yeah, the one true horror. Being Marianne for any stretch of time.
I will. I'm sure she'd love to meet you too. See you, Miss Pink.
I'll see you later, Kylie.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down.
She doesn't look back or wait for me, wait for any sort of goodbye from me. With a song and an extra spring in her step, she bounds across the corridor with as much spirit only a child her age can have. As if the conversation has never taken any downhill turn for her after all. As if there wasn't a single thing to worry about in the world. Not long after, she disappears behind a door, leaving behind strains of an old familiar rhyme lingering in the air. Oh, she was just visiting. She's waiting for her brother. She doesn't go to this school. There's probably a school right next to this one. Because now we're taking in the Japanese influence and we have schools you can walk to in Europe. I'm not sure if you can walk to the schools in Europe, but you know, there's uniforms. And yeah. Carefree, unbidden, untroubled moments like this, I envy her. And as I resume my hurried pace, a tiny whisper at the back of my mind wishes the same can be said of myself and my own worries. Luxbourne may be a small city, but it's no stranger to the hellish rush hour traffic. And we get the fucking elevator music again. Hold on, I wanna hear the elevator music. It's just the one bit of joy I get from this game. Just this campy, unbidden elevator music. But surprisingly, getting out of say today proves more of a breeze than a hassle. A relief came seeing how none of my calls to Isabella have made it through, and the reception's really bad over there, or she's ignoring them on purpose. Both does nothing to ease the disquiet in me. The ghost's anti-cell phone. The rest of my drive passes without much incident as soon as I'm out the busy streets. In less than 30 minutes, the mansion looms ahead of me. For all the fuss Isabella made about the house, it remains a thing of beauty. Oh, don't worry, it's really quiet. Yeah, here's the ambience for the world's most fucking boring beige-ass mansion ever. I know it's gold and brown, and that's a pretty color scheme. But my god, is this there's white men podcasts less boring than this. Unlike Luxborn, their estate in the nearby Anselm village stand as its complete opposite. Living and breathing the songs of the old, whispers of a once booming haven lingering in the air. Contemporary conveniences aside, it's a place I'm glad modernization hasn't wholly touched.
It's just a shame the locals know more of the silly hearsay than the history itself.
I want to learn how to make this. I'm sure you could do better. Just spooky wind sounds.
If I could only knock some sense into these people.
Sally, complaining is all I can afford to do. As much as I want to give them a piece of my mind, it isn't why I'm here. I don't think these witch types will appreciate getting a lecture from me either. I have as much business with them as they have with me. God, Rebecca does sound like a teacher. With a heavy sigh, I give myself one last second to take in the scenery before heading up the main entrance. Most of the guests already hang out. Though some still linger, it's mainly just to take photos of the house's facade or its various rooms. I pause for a moment, scanning the small crowd gathered at the foyer, looking for any sign of that familiar ponytail among the sea of hats and heads.
No sign of her.
She sounds like she should be 20 years older. It's like, my god, you sound like you should be ancient. No sign of the other staff or Miss Cooper either. I can certainly look for Isabel on my own, but in a place this big, I'd be lucky if I didn't end up lost or find her before we need to meet with Zachary and Ash tonight. Sighing, I reach for my mobile and redial her number, the gesture familiar now after so many attempts earlier. Oh, the shading on your ear is awful. All this damn modernization. If she doesn't answer, I can still try contacting Miss Cooper. Just hope the network reception will cooperate this time. This side of the county has never been popular with the tech-savvy, after all. To my relief, it only took 3 unsuccessful tries. At the 4th one, when I was about to switch to another intercept message, the line finally rings. Silence follows while I wait for her to pick up, the ringing going far too long for my tastes. By now, most of the visitors have already cleared out. All I have for company are the faint murmurs and an eerie calmness left in their wake. A sudden hush settles and gives way to noises louder than they are ever meant to be. Doors creaking and slamming and shut in some distant part of the mansion. Floorboards groaning under the sheer weight of the house's history. In a now empty hall, they all reverberate with special clarity against the walls. Like this, those old stories seem almost to have a ring of truth to them. I don't get to stray far into that ugly line of thought, however. Not a second later, a click sounds on the other end.
Hello? Isabella? Miss Cooper called earlier and...
Hey y'all, is your favorite ghost girl on the line? There are hot single areas. There are hot single areas. What does that even mean? This whole area is just single. I was gonna say, there are hot singles in your area and they died on a night just like this, but I think just hot single areas is just better.
Isabella? Belle? Are you alright?
Without any warning, the call gets cut off. I left so hard my dog barks at me. Thank you. Hot single areas. hot hot single areas in your busy notes splash sharply against the heavy silence. But above the noise coming through the new air, remains the faint cries of a woman from beyond the foyer. My hand falls to my side as I cast a wary look around, waiting for someone to come running. I already know what that one is. I don't even have to watch it. I'm just gonna feature that later. Surely, I can't be the only one hearing this. There must be some staff hanging around, checking things out. But no one does. Not even when her sobs turn more frantic and anguished.
Excuse me? Hello? Who's there? Isabella? Isabella? Is that you?
No answer. Oh, now we're having the other scary music. Yeah, just the blood-born female woman moaning. Growing anxious, I amble over where her cries are coming from, each step slow and cautious, towards the door on the other end of the room. The Distant Echoes playlist. While I'm far from someone who rarely gives into fear or stories lacking factual basis, the vague restless feeling I had earlier immediately returns to me. Despite myself, my heart begins to race and my breathing quickens.
Belle? Belle, it's me. Miss Cooper called. Is everything okay?
Abruptly, all of it stops. My whole body tenses, mouth dragging in a ragged breath, ears straining for any other sound yet to come from the other side. But nothing follows. Instead, the quiet only lends itself to the heavy tension in the air, as if every small movement will disturb the fragile stillness hanging in the room. I wait for another second. Then with caution, I reach for the knob. My fingers barely graze the brass handle when a hand falls on my shoulder. I suggest everyone can walk into Luke and Hera's house. This is the open house day.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh shit. That's a PNG. Okay. Opinions? Because, I don't know. That looks like that was altered somewhat. This reaction. It looks like they draw something else. I don't want to say it looks like they drew something else first. But I don't know. That looks like she could be very easily holding a knife. That looks like a knife holding pose to me. I don't know about anyone else. It sure does, and I'm not sure. But also a knocking pose. I'm going with the knife. We're going to see her holding a knife later. I'd say I put money on it, but I don't have money. Not to mention I'm not silly. This game has gone against all my bets. But considering how Becca's kind of yander over Ash, you know, I could see her getting knifey. I could see her getting knifey, but that definitely feels like a knife pose. Knifey wifey. Knife wife.
Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
No, it's
Still reeling, my gaze shifts back to the door. As if any second now the cars will start again, or whoever's inside will burst out of the room. Happy knife, happy life. I don't get to dwell on these. The woman's weary voice wakes through the haze in my mind again, oddly soothing the thick of my unease. Even if the concerned look comes from a total stranger, finally being in the company of someone else is somehow comforting.
Ma'am? Are you okay?
She's like, oh god, I have dealt with so many crazy people today. Poor Rose, and you have to die later, just because it's the story.
oh no, I'm fine. This is probably just some cold.
She's the story required death.
Do you need to sit down?
No need. I'm actually looking for a friend.
I wave the mobile in front of her like the gesture alone explains everything. Vaguely, I note my tight grip on it and quickly slip into my pocket before she notices. She doesn't need to know. The only decent person here is the one who is required to die. No. Isabella's decent. Zach's decent. Ashton is riding the line. And we don't know where Rebecca sits. We can kill everyone else, though. And I'm going to go get more water. I'll be right back. I didn't have to move too far. Everyone's went to bed. The bathroom's free, so I just got water from the bathroom. Now I check my messages while we wait for ads. I should stretch a little because my shoulder hurty still. My shoulder's recovering from the pain of being Marianne. My shoulder's still recovering from being the worst person ever.
We can force the worm onto the box.
What the hell am I watching that said that? Oh, I was watching Xander play Limbo. We can force the worm onto the box. It's only really something said about horror games. I was like, the hell, while Flo's voice changed here there. Fortunately, Xander wouldn't sound too out of place since he's also English. He's also British. His favorite joke is usually something along the lines of, well, it's not as awful as London. That's his favorite joke. Well, it's not as awful as London. Just like how our joke is, well, at least we're not Marianne. At least we're not Marianne. Okay, hold on. That's the thought that keeps me going. That's what's going to keep me. That's what's going to keep me for the next decade or so. At least I'm not Marianne. That's going to keep me going for at least a decade. Hold on, wait. Let me change. I just want to see if I got any other messages. Okay, nothing from the other Discords. Discordo. Okay, also, I released a mod today, if for everyone. Well, not for everyone. I mean, if I released an FF mod, it is the Magic Paramore bed. I'm very happy about it because I released it on time. By on time, I mean on the day of, not first console presents. I'm sorry. That's more of a Square Enix problem. That's more on Square Enix for not having official mod support. Now, also, I don't think the console could handle official mod support. I'm gonna be real. But I'm very happy with it. It's gotten attention. Wait, is this like my most downloaded mod? And the amount of time it's been up? What? Yeah, that's at 81. No, okay. It's kind of competing. It's kind of competing with the rest of my stuff. Okay, I'm doing good for... I still can't believe I have... On one of my mods, I'm competing with some dude who has his entire... Dude has his entire penis out for removing rings from a pair of gloves, and I'm like... I see what you're doing, but you shouldn't be doing it. So you have your entire penis out for gloves.
Well, I'm not really sure if your friend would still be here. We're actually about to close the open house in a few minutes, ma'am.
No worries. She's not a guest here. She works for Briar Realty.
Sounds like what I expect from mods, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna deny that.
Miss Cooper called me earlier. In fact, I'm also looking for her.
Recognition flashes in her eyes, and her worried expression dissolves into a smile at once. It's all I need to know that I don't have to look elsewhere or venture deeper into the mansion on my own. In some way, I'm not too keen on the latter right now. Skyrim mods are awful in that regard. You go to the main mod site and immediately it's like there. Same. I mean, no. You're going to see boobs or vagina on the front page. It's just a fact. If you're lucky, maybe a penis.
Oh, Miss Rebecca Gales, is it?
Rebecca Gale sounds like such like a newscaster name. Hello, I'm Rebecca Gills with the evening news.
Yes. Sorry if I'm a bit late.
It's not a problem. I was busy with the open house and a few clients anyway. It's actually a good thing you came when you did. Let's see. Isabella should be here somewhere. I told her to stay put earlier. That girl never listen.
Rose? Rosie? May I have a minute? There's just this one little thing before we go.
Or they make the characters look like IMVU characters. Oh, I see. That's not just a thing that happens in one community. Okay, so that's just a plague. That's just a plague. Miss Cooper's head immediately snaps up at the voice. In a blink, a different kind of smile spreads on her face. A smile, still, friendly even, but the kind given mainly for the sake of pleasing other people rather than making friends.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be there in a few.
It's an impressive thing, to say the least. That level of professionalism. I suppose working years in this business trained you enough to be able to pull that off without batting an eye. It certainly doesn't seem to have rubbed off on Isabella, though.
Sorry, could you give me a second? I have to take care of this.
Don't worry about it. I understand. I can wait a few more minutes. Clients, right?
You won't hear anything from me. Priorities, you know? But if you want, you can stay at the parlor in the meantime. I think we have a few refreshments left.
Ah, yes, the 6-hour-old lemonade.
No, thank you. I'm going out with a few friends after this. Isabella's supposed to join us too. But that depends on how she's doing, of course.
Girl, you can still have lemonade and go out with friends later.
Alright, this won't be long, I promise.
She throws me an apologetic look before sauntering over this small group gathered at the entrance. We're not talking hard lemonade, Rebecca, come on now. A couple or siblings? And another woman, probably their secretary. Either way, they look no different from the other guests. All three of them primly dressed, albeit in a manner significantly simpler than the others. No frills, no extravagance of any of them. But their gestures and movements alone speak volumes of their ingrained lifestyle. In their presence, I do what I can to appear inconspicuous on my side of the foyer. Are Luke and Hannah the only blondes in the game? Them, the people in the stained glass, hold on. I mean, we've seen a few NPCs. I mean, there was Lorraine. But, you know, she did us a favor. We've seen, like, some people in the background with blonde hair. I don't count people in the glass because of my theory right now. But there have been... I'd say Lorraine could have been a part of the reincarnation theory, but not really, since she and Hannah did exist around the same time, so we can't really say Lorraine is Hannah. I kind of wish, you know, that could have been a thing, but no. I'm not allowed to have fun here. Just Marianne. Maybe accepting Miss Cooper's offer would have been a better choice than standing around awkwardly gaping at them. All while also attempting my best not to listen in on the conversation. Although that one does prove more difficult with how enthusiastic the blonde woman is. Her voice easily echoes through the walls with only the 5 of us here. Pretty soon I find myself being drawn into their talk without meaning to.
Tomorrow? First thing in the morning?
First thing in the morning, ma'am.
The mundane talk isn't what catches my attention, however.
Very well. We'll have our lawyers prepare everything as soon as possible. possible. Let's make this whole thing easier for everyone, shall we? Just let me know if there's anything you need from me. You know how to contact me, yes?
Got your mobile number saved here already.
Good. It's just a matter of time then.
It's a brief moment. A fleeting shift in my eye. See, I want to be that rich. Who doesn't?
Monday for us, Marianne.
As long as you're positive, we won't be having any problems by that time. You can count on my team.
Just to make an offer like that, yeah.
You worry too much. Let me handle those things. Do be thrilled, though. I imagine it's not every day you get projects like this, hmm?
The inside time I gaze on him, I see it.
Oh, I'm certain Mint's ecstatic, Buttercup. Aren't you, Marianne?
See what happened? Marianne seems so straight-laced here.
You know, we could all celebrate this with a few drinks. Why don't we? In fact, there's this really excellent Irish pub I visited a few days ago.
Looming, hovering over his shoulders, drawn to him like a moth to a flame. A dark blur. No. A shadow.
I think I'll pass on that, sir. I have more important matters to attend to.
Darling, your liver.
Oh no, why are we fading out? Why are we fading out?
You already had a glass today, and apparently a few days ago as well. How many times do we have to remind you? Doctor's orders, remember?
Such a shame. You never let me do anything fun.
As I try to make sense of it, a heavy feeling descends over my whole body. It happens without any warning, forcing me to close my eyes. The sensation creeps to every part of me, crawling under my skin, draining me little by little of any strength. Before I know it, my hand is gripping the nearby door for support. A sudden nausea drowns out their voices, only that little sound there is. Except for the whispers and the laughters, judging, mocking, taunting, muffled, inaudible words bearing down on me like a death sentence. They wrap around my neck and limbs, binds tight me with every syllable, every utterance. And with each draw breath I take, they drag me down slowly, almost painfully, into a bottomless abyss. Oh no, Rebecca has social anxiety. On and on and on. Those sounds turn into mere distant echoes. Huh. Oh, hey. Hey, name drop. Until suddenly it shatters.
Well, what are we waiting for? Are we done here?
His voice whips through the fog like a sharp blade and my eyes snap open. When I look to them again, it's gone.
Just a second, darling.
Hold on, I kinda want... What is today? That's the shot. Okay. And die for me, now we have distant echoes. Does that make me 2 for 2 now? Yeah, die for me. Maybe. Maybe.
Send my regards to Isabel, please. Poor girl. Please let her know she doesn't have to worry and tell her to get some rest.
Okay, I'm gonna lean back. Oh. Oh, that does good for my shoulder. Oh. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but, you know, this does feel a little bit better. Can I push this down onto my shoulder? Hold on. Ah, hold on. Ah. Okay, we're good. Sorry, I'm not with it fully tonight.
Anyway, we're looking forward to
It's
seeing
all
you
good, it's all
tomorrow.
good. You're sleepy.
Likewise, ma'am.
We're gonna be ending it around 11:50-ish, around the normal time. No shadows or dark clouds, only amicable smiles and cordial handshakes. The usual pleasantries, as Miss Cooper leads them out the mansion like a graceful host. Oh yeah, I just realized that was the same aura we saw, yeah. None of the group seemed to have noticed it. Even as I force my breathing to calm down, keep my eyes trained on their backs, and wait for something to happen, it doesn't come back. She returns a moment later. Gently she closes the great doors behind her, but there's a smile on her lips and an extra skip in her step when she walks back to me. Well, she was discussing with the group had put her in a good mood. Even she appears not to have observed anything odd. Okay, this isn't helping. This pillow is not helping. Well, it doesn't morph to my shape, so... here we go. Ah. Ah. The blanket morphs to my shape, though. Was I just seeing things?
Glad that was over. It's been a long day. I thought for sure we were going to... hey, are you sure you're doing okay? You look a bit green.
It's all good. I'm actually still recovering from a cold.
We look a bit green. We look a bit green. Trying to match your hair, Rose. I swear to God, there must have been... Hold on. Hold on. TVT tropes, help me. TVT tropes, help me. Hold on, would that be in trivia? I think that would be in trivia, or your mileage may vary. But let's also... Hold on, I just need to know if there was a switch up between Rose and Rebecca, because I feel like... Okay. Is there... Okay. No, there is nothing mentioning. There is nothing mentioning. Hold on, wait, let me go to characters. Rebecca. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm just like, were they mixed up? Were they mixed up? It's not... Do they have a Discord? I don't want to go onto Discord. Not with how I've been playing.
Weather's been crazy lately.
That must be it. This weather, the weather, the stupid cold, and the friendly warnings I'm too stubborn to listen to. As much as I hate to admit it, Isabella's right. We don't want the devs hearing our talk. No. I was, and still am, a little feverish when she visited me at school this morning. The medicine helped, but only some. Although it's not like I can't function, it did get better after lunch. I was able to go through my schedule like usual. Now I'm not so sure. However, I can't keep acting like I've seen some sort of apparition when it's anything but. This bitch going to school with a fever. And in Europe, I think you can actually get out of work for just a fever in Europe. You have paid sick days in Europe. You have paid sick days in Europe. What the fuck this bitch doing? I simply must have listened too many times to Isabella last week. My fever metal mind has started to confuse things. Even pre-2020, my school, we do not allow fevers. Oh. If this doesn't let up, I just need another visit to my doctor, plain and simple. Though I do hope it won't get worse. We did promise to watch Zachary's film together.
I know what you mean. I've been complaining to Isabel. It doesn't seem to affect her much, though. Must be because she grew up in the tropics. Anyway, shall we? She's probably hanging out with the rest of the catering staff.
Back on her script, doctor.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised she's there. She eats like 10 hungry men when she isn't feeling well. Lead the way.
With a small nod, she gestures for me to follow. I do so without much thought, finally putting everything in the back of my mind. The entire visit took a whole 24 minutes, and my trip to mansion, as it turns out, is a useless endeavor in itself. Isabella is no longer there, left shortly before I arrived. At least, that's what the few staff who saw her assumed. None of them knew where she went, but I can take a few guesses. There are only a number of places in Luxborn she frequents. Well, she's never been the complex kind. It doesn't really take a genius to figure it out. Still, it's odd she left on her own. She eats She eats like... She could have at least waited for Miss Cooper. It would have saved her having to pay the cab's fare twice today.
And right after she was told to stay put. I mean, who does that? Oh, sod off! You don't own the road.
In the end, all Miss Cooper could give me were a string of apologies for my trouble, and a request to let her know when I find Isabella. Well, if it doesn't even last long, I probably spent more time traveling back and forth. Rebecca is an angry girl. That's why I think she's gonna get a knife later. Soon enough, I'm reading my way back to downtown Luxborn, worried, sick, and on top of that, maybe a little annoyed. Or that the unexpected turn of events are at Isabella herself, I'd rather not think about for now. Not when I'm already running late for Zachary's film. Besides, I'm exactly sure that's where I'll find her. As one would expect, people already gathered at the movie house when I get to it. A small avenue where it's located has been closed off early from any passing traffic, to make way for the avid moviegoers, who are sure to crowd the venue. Had to park almost a street away and walk the remaining distance because of it. Time traveling. Batcat. Coming soon. And also, Pocket Chibi. And point of no return. Looking for them has taken a while in a crowd this big, but I eventually spot them near the entrance. Pocket Chibi sounds pretty cute, not gonna lie. Same. Okay, hold on. Now I kind of want to write Pocket Chibi, oh no. But also Batcat. I need Batcat. Thanks to Zachary, mostly. And like I surmise, Isabella's with them. Oh my god, what's that Mean Girls look? I don't wear pink only on Thursdays. I wear pink every day. Because I'm a bitch. I kind of need that as like one. I kind of want that as like a new fucking as a new PNG. Like that is just an entire mood, that face. Wasting no time, I march over their little group. Words filled with concern tumble out of my mouth before I can stop myself.
Isabella! Oh, thank goodness. Becca, you're just in time.
An odd expression crosses her face as I hold it with both hands, but I ignore it in favor of getting a good look at her, forcing her to keep still and fix her gaze at me.
You're squishing my face. How are you? Are you all right?
It sounds like to me this world's adaptation of Batman, though.
Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, the shoulder pain's a lot. Oh, Pocket Chibi, yeah. Oh. Oh, I need this shoulder pain to go away. Okay, I'm not gonna shrimp. There doesn't seem to be any visible injury, nor does she appear to be in pain. Apart from a confused frown at my questions, she looks pretty much like how she would any other day. Even so, you can't really tell those things with her at first glance. The last time she got sick, she never bothered to call anyone, even me, who lives right next door. If I had checked on her then, she probably would have died on her bed with the rest of us none the wiser. It's one thing we laugh about now, but those moments also teaches you something about a person. If anything, it's giving me more reason to constantly worry about her. God, Rebecca sounds nosy. And the moment a familiar name comes up, I know my concerns right now aren't completely baseless.
Rose called me earlier.
Expression swiftly changes, and as gently as she can, Isabella pushes my hands away. Yet even before she says anything, I have a hunch how this whole thing will play out.
Oh, no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Then there, the whole conversation goes down as I have imagined. She dodges my hand as I reach for the back of her head, intending to check this said injury myself. Even makes a show of hiding behind Zachary just to avoid me. Oh wow, that actually kind of really works for this art style. Instantly, what's supposed to be a simple inquiry dissolves into a shameless game of tag. Shouting and chasing like none of us can be bothered to act like the full-grown adults we're all supposed to be. See, there's a blonde NPC right here. Including Ashton. I'll put it past Isabella, but Ash, out of everyone? In fact, if that stupid smirk on his face tells me anything, he finds he finds this whole mess amusing. I'm sorry, I can't speak today, as it was shown earlier with me saying hot single areas. Oh, for the love of...
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow, thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
There's a moment's pause. My hand stills midair as my attention shifts to Ashton and the words he leaves hanging between the four of us. He doesn't meet my eye. Don't think he's even aware of what he said. The meaning in each syllable alone is clear. And they echo. They sting. They burn.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Ashton reminds me of Curtis Trent from Two Winged Angel of Darkness. He has an edgy boy vibe. Like, he can't get over it. Of course. Of course. Why else would Isabella leave on her own after being told to stay put? After that chat about money this morning? Something close to silence falls when I mull over their words. With what's already been said and what's left unspoken. I do find my voice only weeks with nothing but bitter, unpleasant thoughts. Thoughts I quickly stamp out before they surface. Thoughts I hide the best I can in the deepest parts of my mind, locking away for no one to see.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
I'm not jealous, Xander, bitch. That's not me. Not yet, anyway. Yet try as I might, the green-eyed monster easily rears its ugly head. Like he always does every time his gaze lingers a second longer. Every time he smiles in a manner far too gentle, far too sincere, whenever he thinks no one can see. Every time my mind suggests his words mean more than they should. Oh no, Rebecca, you're delusional too. And Curtis is like pure early 2000s edginess, yeah. Oh no, girly pop is out there. Rebecca's a stalker. Every small little thing. Despite what he says, despite his tone.
Look, you guys.
For all I know, it may be the same kind of fondness born from friendship. Here I'm simply overthinking like he often tells me. Maybe there really is something there. But in a short display of impatience. I know the whole of it is just for show. After all, growing up together with him didn't teach me nothing about him. For whose sake is it this time, though? For him? For Zachary? For her? Or for me? That I can't tell.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either.
Of course, I might like Ashton too if I was surrounded by Marianne and Luke. This entire game is a disaster filled with people I don't like.
Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
My mouth opens and snaps shut almost as quickly, forming a thin, hard line instead. I can't respond, not because there is nothing to say. On the contrary, there's plenty. So many things I can use to reason and get him to agree. But because he speaks with much certainty, with much reassurance, it feels like there isn't even a choice. All I can give is a long, deep breath and a reluctant nod in the face of it. Of course, we don't know Ashton's trauma yet. Oh. I'm hoping Ashton's a good character. However, we're kind of leaning hard on Isabel and Zach. However, I'm not really attached to anyone. I'm not really attached to anyone because I feel like they don't have personalities. I feel like they have traumas. Everyone here is like having these super traumatic flashbacks, and they're just hanging out here. I liked Hannah, then she got possessed. Yeah, I felt like Hannah had a personality. I felt like Hannah had a personality. I feel like everyone else has trauma. I think here's the thing, you can have trauma as a part of the personality, but you can't have trauma be the personality, you know? Like, I feel like everyone here, I'm not saying that trauma isn't a part of life, because there's a lot of people who are traumatized whether they know it or not. I just kind of feel like everyone here... I'm not saying that this mishmash of issues can't happen. I'm just saying I feel like it was done incorrectly. Before I can get a grip of myself and my own weakness, the mood immediately shifts and I'm being tackled into a hug.
It's always been you with him, isn't it? Did you say something? Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
But you're right, it needs some characterization or a plot/subplot, yeah. A lie, obviously. What else can it be? Each and every smile, a tiny effort to keep things as they are, or so I tell myself. Little do I know, this is merely a preamble. It starts out quietly and without fanfare, amidst friendly jibes and harmless teasing, with a scrap of paper flying harmlessly to the ground. Yes, the letter. One that looks like one that looks suspiciously like a cheap Halloween prank, no matter how you look at it. And yet, despite how ludicrous it all is, Isabella stubbornly insists, as if her whole life depends on acknowledging the truth in her story. Does she even realize how absurd she sounds now? Heavens, even my students wouldn't fall for this.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
I think that's, to be fair, to Isabella. To be fair to Isabella, the catalyst and all this bullshit, and probably the only reason why I'm not really in love with her as a character. This was after that. No, this was before that. Yeah, she was having hallucinations as soon as she had the letter. But here's the thing, if an adult is making a fuss about something kids would not believe in her themselves, then maybe you should pay a little bit of attention. I don't know, it feels like if someone is making this much drama, and they're not normally a drama queen, Like I said, I don't feel like these people are friends. She doesn't give me time to regret nor think over my choice of words. From there it escalates, grows into an argument too petty for even our standards as adults. Before we know it, one after another, harsh, scathing words are being spoken.
It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me.
Hey, so I saw a ghost woman. She was kind of hot. I feel like Rebecca secretly hates Isabella. I'm kind of getting that vibe too. I'm gonna be real.
If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in
There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
hallucination, a delusion. Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing.
So she's passively always being dismissive of her. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that vibe where she says she's a friend, but she doesn't really know that she's not a friend. And Isabella kind of just goes along with it because she doesn't know how to get rid of Rebecca. I don't know.
We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
But someone has to be patient in all this. However much my own has already been frayed earlier, there's no one else. Who else can deal with someone selfishly acting like a kid? I was liking you there for a minute, Rebecca, but then you go and act like a bitch. It's like, no, I'm not worried about my friend. She's just acting like a child. I was spoiled about one thing about her earlier, so I think that's staying me for her a bit. Oh, I'm tempted to ask, but you know... But you know what? If she gets mean later on, you know what? We're not gonna look at that. Like every other time, it has to be me.
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Don't bother.
Like that, she cuts us off. Slams the door right on our faces while my own temper flares before I can stop it. Though it falters briefly at the hard expression on her, when she snatches the blasted paper from Ashton, I hold on to it. Regardless of how upset she appears, sour expression and balled fists, throwing a tantrum is simply unacceptable. For a grown woman at that. Words form at the tip of my tongue ready. And before I can open my mouth to let it all out, her feelings and mistakes be damned, Zachary raises a voice of his own.
Guys!
A warning underneath the warm and hopeful beat in his voice. You all stop and look to him, and even my own anger subsides a little at his tone.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her. And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together?
To an outsider, it may sound like a desperate request, but Zachary has always been the one to keep a level head over petty squabbles. I swear, these people aren't friends. This time's no different. He knows what to say. And when he lets it fall, they only ring sharp and true. They're the phantom thieves.
We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat. Please.
As careful as he is with his own turn, it does make me feel ashamed. We're supposed to be here for him, to give what little support we can give. Yet here he is, trying to keep 3 stone people from outright hashing it out in public. Later, we can and will talk about it, of course. There's a proper time and place for it. At the moment, my anger and whatever reprimands it carries no longer matter. Beside me, Ashton appears to already caught on. The lines of his shoulders eased to something much more relaxed, his expression back to its usual nonchalance. Isabella, however, she stands perfectly still, her hands clasping the straps of her bag like a lifeline, eyes trained at some point near her shoes. There's no anger in her face, only an undeniable hurt. But she's never been good at hiding what she thinks, always the open book, always the one to wear her heart out in the open. When she looks up, her answer is also as simple.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
Her lips are curled up in a smile. Though lacking both its usual brightness and glee, it's a smile nonetheless. We should write a friend group like this, Vesper. No! I'll write toxic yaoi like this, but not a friend group. I would want friends to treat each other better. I've seen like countless. I've already fucking experienced this. I don't want to write about it. It's the very same one she would show when she knows has no other choice, or simply when things get tough for her. But despite everything I know about her, it still catches me off guard. In all honesty, I expected her to run, to balk at the first sign of losing this time. I won't even be surprised. At 26, she is the youngest among the rest of us, less experienced, less accustomed to dealing with trivial quarrels like this. Yet here she is, holding herself and coping with it, like how she would with matters concerning her family. Outside of that, to me, she's always been this childish, naive girl, watching the opposite play out right now. Somehow I find it difficult to wrap my head around it.
Alright, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
I envy her.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one.
Or is Rebecca just supposed to be an old woman? I don't think she's older than like 30.
Aw, don't cry.
Stop it!
I envy her spirit, her warmth, her cheer, the shine in her eyes when she looks at the world. Everything seems to simply fall back to a pleasant, lively rhythm with her around. How easily and tightly she fits into our lives, even without bonds only long years could forge. Like a lost piece of the puzzle, despite her jagged edges. I know, but she's talking like someone 10, 20 years older. I know. I feel... You can feel this is their first written thing. How she draws people to her with ease. How Ashton, of all people, can be drawn to her. These childish hooligans.
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too. If you repeat that, I swear I'll... Let's just go.
I make no effort keeping the bareness to my tone. I let seep, linger stiffly in the air as I avert my gaze from them. From their playful banter, their friendly teasing remarks, and Ashton's tender, affectionate smiles. All before the stabbing aches in my heart changed into something too painful to bear. It's all in my head is what I often tell myself. I almost accidentally wrote these childish heathens. I mean, that fits too. Yet the way my heart wins at the sight of them hurts. And like a coward, I walk away from all of it, taking with me a small hope the movie will distract me away from these thoughts. Because like this, it's easy to find something to hate in her. Dusk has already given way tonight when we leave the film fest. Unfortunately, it does nothing to improve my mood like I am hoping. Neither does the muggy air that greets us upon stepping it back into the noisy streets. Too busy, too loud, too many people taking what little space the sidewalk offers. It forces anyone to bump shoulders with those they barely know, let alone care about. At this point, it's almost at least I'm not Rebecca. We can't top, at least it's not Marianne. We can't really top Marianne, however, Rebecca is kind of going into second place. On a normal evening, I probably wouldn't have minded the crowd nor the humid weather. It's not like any of them are bothering anyone. Yet, even if what's admittedly a pleasant company, I can't bring myself to lighten up.
See you guys some other time.
Yeah, see ya.
Not even to return the smiles Ashton and Zachary give us when we go our separate ways. Perhaps the story with Miss Cooper's call or earlier than that. Maybe even the moment I left bed this morning. Bloody hell, it could have been because of that sodding letter for all I know. I couldn't care less at this point. All I want is to get a warm bath, sleep, and wait for this dreadful day to end. Now, only if Isabella would stop babbling, then maybe the still throbbing at the side of my head won't turn into a full-blown headache, too.
Zach did a pretty good job with his movie, didn't he? Even though Ash said he ran into some trouble late into filming. But I knew he had it in him. It's not like I didn't believe he couldn't do it. I mean, did you see his face after the credits rolled? All those months he worked on this, and everything's finally...
You weren't even watching.
Only the first minutes. I watched the rest of it, I swear. Besides, Ashton was the one who wouldn't stop asking questions.
Well, why do we still need to talk about this then? I liked it. Ash liked it. You liked it.
And see, that's just the vibe she gives me. Yeah, no, I'm kind of not liking her. I'm kind of not liking her. She's reminding me of my ex-friend, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to be around you. You're toxic.
Shouldn't you be telling that to Zachary in person? I'm sure he'll appreciate it better than I ever will.
But she's the friend who tears people down. Listen, there's a difference between saying, oh, you're a horrible person, you need to get your shit together, and just saying, oh, your ass just looks like a bag of oranges in those jeans. There's a difference between completely tearing a person apart and just saying, look, girl, you should throw those jeans away, and maybe we should talk about your love life.
I know that, but maybe there's something you want to say? Zach had you check the scripts before he went through everything, didn't he? You also worked on it, even if it was only for a short time. So, maybe you want to...
I don't bother waiting for the West. The moment I spot my car, I immediately make a quick beeline for it. Knowing her, this is merely another attempt at starting a conversation, just so we'll have something to fill the dead air, to replace the strained atmosphere we've always somehow walked into. One thing, the very thing I'm not too keen to deal with at present. Behind me, Isabella also changes her pace to match mine, her soft strides going brisk and uneven in order to catch up. A small part of me half expects she'll suddenly trip. She's not the clumsy sort, but there are definitely times when she can be the least coordinated person on the planet. Belle's sort of calling you out.
Becca, hey! Oh no. Wait for me!
And people wonder why I worry. They're not completely unfounded. Once you've already grown familiar with her habits, so right now, this is also the very end of the list of things I want to think about. Sometimes it does become overbearing. Even her voice as she calls after me sounds nothing more than background noise to my ears right now. Hey, didn't you help him out too? Why don't you tell him how you felt?
Rebecca, slow down, will you? Your car's not going to leave without us.
The sooner we get on the road, the earlier we can get home. It's Friday, in case you didn't notice.
I know what day it is, but the traffic's not going to magically disappear, even if we go there right now.
I don't want to hear that from you.
I'm sorry, Becca. I didn't know you were given a license to be a cunt.
Didn't you used to complain how horrendous the traffic is back home for you?
Yeah? But that doesn't have anything to do with this, Becca.
Okay. What do you want to do then? Wait it out? Walk? I just want to go home, Isabella. If you want to stay out here longer, I won't stop you. But leave me out of it. I'm not up for any other foolish excursions tonight.
I mean, I get that Rebecca is tired, but that never gives you an excuse to lash out at anyone else.
I wasn't thinking about an excursion. I want to go home too. It's already late.
Yeah, she's being degrading.
It's just that you've been in this prickly mood since earlier.
And we have ads. We'll go a little bit after ads. She's like, what's her name? Saint Maker. I want to say Agatha, but I'm probably wrong. You and your boys. Yeah, I'm not a whore like you. Oh, man. What is this going on? Okay. Gonna check my messages. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Checking my messages all night long, all the doo-dah day. Where is my... Oh yeah, IRL photo sharing. But Megan, I want to say I want to be kind to the writers, but no. No, all my kindness is gone. All my kindness is gone. All my kindness for these people are gone. That's the going for this slasher movie thing where everyone is kind of a prick, so you enjoy watching them get killed. True. True, I thoroughly enjoy Marianne dying. Hold on, wait. TVT tropes. Is that like... Hold on, TVT tropes. Is there... Okay, hold on. Your mileage may vary. That's usually in. Well... Okay, a lot of people don't like Rebecca, apparently. A lot of people don't like Rebecca, apparently. Your mileage may vary. Everyone in this game is terrible. Is there like a fridge? Is there a fridge page? I just spoiled myself a little bit. It's okay, I hate everyone. It's okay, I hate everyone. I hate everyone.
Are you really okay? Was it the cold? Or did something happen at school?
Well, I don't hate everyone. I hate most of the cast. Oh no. Honestly, I hate possessed Hannah. I hate possessed Hannah. I'm kind of like middling on Luke. Marianne just, I just need to throw in the trash. I kind of feel like Hannah's actually the only character I like, and that's when she's not possessed. Like, I'll be for realsies. Hannah's probably the best character when she's not possessed.
Do you want to talk about it?
A long pause follows and holds everything she's been meaning to ask from the very start. I'm in no mood, but my hand stops short of unlocking my car and my grip on the handle tightens. I can feel her eyes boring on me, waiting, hoping patiently for any answers I give. She's the same as Zachary, they're bad liars. But when you talk to people like them, if you're not careful, they often leave you with no other choice but to admit the truth. Those exact same ones I can't voice. Zachary was nice. Zachary is nice, but he's kind of boring. Again, I feel like these characters are more trauma than personality. I feel like these characters are more trauma than personality. I think that's why I like Hannah so much. Is that she has personality. It's like, okay, Zachary. Ashton has personality, but a lot of his personality is I like black culture. And I'm not saying he can't enjoy it, but you know, he kind of riding a line there. He's kind of riding a line that has been talked about a lot recently within the K-pop sphere, as it has gone to the West. It's like how a lot of K-pop does not give any nods back to the roots of R&B and other very African American like cultural roots. And I don't mean to get political here. That's not anything that I really want to get into. But Ashton is kind of walking a thin line with me. Not to mention he's just kind of Whenever his personality does show up, it feels very secondhand embarrassment. Like, pretty fly for an Asian guy is... no. That's a no for me, dog. Despite my lack of response, she pushes on, surprisingly. This time her tone is quieter, more tentative than usual.
Was it because of the letter?
It's a well-meaning question, like the rest of this talk, yet something in how she says it irks me.
If it is, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to cause a scene. I did see something in the mansion, though. I wasn't lying about that.
She got possessed, so her trauma happened during the game. Wherever she wants to take this, I no longer want to hear a word of it. Not at this minute. Preferably never. Especially when there are already a million other things buzzing and prodding inside my head. Sometimes my patience can only be tried for so long.
And during the open house, even if there were a lot of people around, there were weird things happening.
Isabella needs a hug. I like Isabella too. Isabella definitely feels like her culture is smashing against everyone else's. And no one's giving it to her. Yeah.
I don't know if there was anyone else who noticed, but I heard things.
I'll see if I can pair her up with Zach, because I feel like her and Zach would get along.
I'm sure it wasn't because I fell down the stairs. Even before that, in the attic,
Isabella.
Yeah?
I pause, though I don't let it last, only to give myself a small window to breathe. Before I lay down the words between us with as much restraint as my patience allows. Just not much after anything. We need to steal Ashton from Isabella. I don't want Ashton with anyone. Oh, Rebecca. I don't want Ashton with anyone. I feel like Ashton should remain dedicated to his work. I want Isabella with Zach. I want Rebecca to be a dead Yander. And I want Ashton to be alone. I would want Hannah alive, but we got her demonically possessed, so I think we need to kill her just out of mercy. I can only hope Isabella will simply take them as they are. She can be as stubborn as a mule when she wants to be. Rebecca wants to be with Ashton, so we gotta ruin that for her. Yeah, I don't like her, so we gotta ruin her life.
This kind of conversation tonight. Look, it's been a long day. I think this cold also caught up with me, and I'm really exhausted. Can we talk about this some other time?
She blinks, although disappointment flashes momentarily in her face, she gives me a curt nod. I'm still kind of rooting for her character development, but still, yeah. We can hope. However, she barely has stuff going. She barely has more going for her than Marianne. Barely. Like, she is fighting for her life. Girly Pop is fighting for her life. Okay, where am I at? Okay. Who we got? Who's on? Thank you all for joining me, by the way. Let's go to just chatting. Hannah is the best character, I think, when she's not demonically possessed and turning into the world's worst white woman. Hannah is probably the best character by far, followed by maybe okay, I think we I know. Thank you for the stream. Sorry I was not focused. It's all good. As long as you... I just enjoy your company, Silver. I enjoy your company, and I always enjoy you being here. I gotta turn it up. Yeah, I know. It's sleepy time for a lot of us, so we're gonna send the love to Silver, even if y'all can't... I mean... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, the brain! I said I was gonna send it to Silver. I'm an NJ. Hold on, let me see here if he's... I think NJ is... I guess I gotta stream right now. No! No! We're going to send it to NJ. Chef. Did I write that right? Yeah. I would send it to System. I think we rated System last week. So we're gonna send ourselves over to NJ, who's playing FF14, and he is currently doing Post Stormblood. So thank y'all for joining me in this horrid Valentine's Day special, where we did the best thing we could do on Valentine's Day. We fucking killed Marianne. Let's fucking go. We gifted ourselves a Valentine present. The death of Marianne. The death of Marianne, but thank y'all. Good night, good fortune, and see you tomorrow. Is tomorrow Friday? Tomorrow's Saturday. Today's Saturday, technically. But bye and good night. LOL, at least we're not Marianne. We're not Marianne. Bye. Let that be what pushes you towards on in life. You're not Marianne. You're not Marianne. And good night.